Welcome to February 17th Titan Talk Too Long Didn't Watch. They kicked off the stream by showing off Artemis. Her passive now lets you see people inside of the stealth grass within her auto attack range. Her trap is unchanged, but her second ability has a new effect. She tracks successful hits while her 2 is active, and you complete all the charges, it will extend the duration of the effect, potentially infinitely, and so long as you keep your perfect accuracy against gods, her 2 will continue perpetually. Her 3 is unchanged, and of course, her ult Tusky is mostly unchanged, aside from changes that make him more responsive than in Smite 1. Artemis is launching with an aspect as well, which affects her trap, Transgressor's Fate. The aspect of the wild, Transgressor's Fate, no longer roots or cripples gods, but can now target minions. Triggered traps will now also heal Artemis and deal damage to enemies in a much larger area. It's much like an Anubis 3 kind of size, it's very large. It emphasizes Caster Artemis. They said she is a top tier mid in their playtests, apparently. Whatever that means. Next, they went over Awilix. She had a pretty large model update, but here's the actual images this time, and she looks pretty cool in game too. The first +1 is on her passive. She has a normal buff, but if you jump in with Suku, you get a 2-second longer buff. Her abilities 1 and 2 haven't changed, but her 3 is a +1 that lets you lets you fire her third ability while you're mounted on Suku. I can say she looks like Awilix, but better. Her kit is already really strong, so no huge +1s work great for her either way. No aspect for Awilix this time, but we have another one coming today, maybe an additional one if they get it finished in time. Awilix has a super sick pose in the overview screen. I really like it. Looks really casual. Here's Awilix's shadow skin, her legendary and opal skin, and finally her radiant skin. She has 2 amazing trackers, Murder Mitten Miles, which is the distance traveled on Suku, and Moonlight Boops, which is the number of times Awilix has knocked up to 2 or more enemy gods with the same 3. Here's her awesome global emote, referencing that one cat meme that I'm sure you all know about. Her title is Moon Goddess, and here's her card border. It cycles to a dark moon before lighting up with Suku eyes. It was very cool. Artemis is looking great as always. Here's her shadow skin, her legendary, her opal, and finally her radiant skin. Her 2 trackers are Master Trapper, the number of enemies trapped by her 1, Transgressor's Fate, and Hog Wild, the number of enemy gods charged by Tusky. We get Mudang Tusky for the global emote. I think that's amazing. And she has the Hunter title, which seems to be a requirement for all Hunter mains to get in the future, but they did discuss changing it to Huntress. Her card border is looking pretty sick. Her arrows fly into it from the side and vines are all wrapped around. It's pretty cool. This new aspect is apparently a super heavy aspect that changes a lot about a character. They hyped it up a lot before revealing it. For Thor, this changes a lot apparently. It turns Thor into a Bellona-style attack speed tank that can pump out a ton of AoE damage with Thunderstruck. Really cool because every 3 autos on somebody, it heals him, but not like the Chain Lightning applies a stack, and every time the 3 do, it heals and then trembles and slows them. It's really cool. Looks really like a fun way to play Thor. New OB4 items are coming. Nimble Ring. We don't really have any true intelligence ADCs yet because the intelligence scaling is really bad for basic attacks on everybody, even mages, but this is certainly a really cool item. And Bancroft Talon returns into all its glory. Typhon's Fang also got a rework to get its passive. Looks like you can do Bancroft's Typhon's Anubis yet again. Magi's, the bubble itself is back with all new VFX. It has some crazy good stats too. They showed off a new skin and store layout. New skins are Lil Bite Sobek, which I didn't get a picture of because I'm slow. Nanomancer Baron, Pool Party or Pool Friend, whatever, Medusa. The Hellforged Thor, Baron Frostchild Ymir, La Rocca Hercules, and Foxy Amaterasu. They're working on the next set of balance changes. There will be balance in OB4, and there may be some emergency hotfix balance before then. They're reviewing the god data today from the weekend. They're still looking into tank stuff to make tanks feel tankier late game, but it won't be an OB4. Somebody asked about protection pots. Kilgoon hinted at their pot experiments that they apparently are doing. Hopefully that's not smoking weed. But Ajax thinks that the protection pot wouldn't help the game as a whole. A tank potion is not something they're hurrying on. We need a way to identify damage type each god does in game, somebody asks, and they said that they're adding it in OB4 on the tab screen if they can get it finished in time. They're still working on leaderboards in general, and it will be added soon. Kilgoon followed up about people wanting announcer packs last time with the team, and they said maybe as the next step after music packs, which are supposedly coming next update. Main menu background and music change. Aladdin is so boring, somebody said. They'll update it when Princess Bari releases. Need to have individual cast modes for ability settings. They're adding it for abilities, relics, and active item slots. They should save per god, so you can have every single god changed. Can we add Sunbeam Bow back to Yamojin Thanatos? Ajax said he's okay with it working on them, but they have to discuss about it internally. Apparently it might just be a bug that it's not working on them. Release a god priority list with tiers showing how likely certain gods are to come out. It doesn't really work that way. You have to prioritize it over their workflow and other the classes, and it's having like a balance of releases. They won't be doing a really long list like that, no. Somebody asked for the Alani check for the day. Orange Kiss for Isaiah and Pink Slush for Kilgun, always very important to know. Warrior, Bruiser, Strength, and Tank items are going to be prioritized now that Intelligence is getting better. Cosmetic Apply All is coming, and can Awilix pull Aladdin off the wall? Yes, he can. We could finally stop the Aladdin from escaping every situation. Let's fucking go. They're considering more anti-healing and shielding items, and most of the questions the rest of the question referring to like bug reports and stuff like that. So the big highlights of this Titan talk was definitely the new gods, aspects, and items. I hope you enjoyed, and Wednesday is apparently going to have a lot too, so look forward to Titan Talk Too Long Didn't Watch on the 19th. Take care.